Lovely Monday morning. Nice calm day. And we'll get back over here to putting in these wind braces. But I actually wanted to give y'all an update on the gathering house quick. So yes, I know I try to keep these things separated. We are a family vlog, so if I'm gonna bleed over some of the projects together, then I think I'm gonna do that. So actually, I do want to show you something, give you an update. Like I said, you might even be able to hear it in the background. I don't know if you can, but electricity is going in right now. So I'll get over there and I'll get you shown that, and then I'm gonna come back over here and we'll get these wind braces put in, and then get to digging some holes. Ground's nice and soft right now, and it should be somewhat easy digging. But I kind of wish I had this truck that the electric company has with the big old auger on it. Oh, that would make life so easy, but I don't. So I got to do it by hand. All right. Well, let's step over to the house pad quick. Let's give you a quick glance of what's going on, give you some updates on the gathering house, and then we'll come right back over here. All right, so they're actually pulling wire right now coming up. So we actually have the pole set up over here. This one's already fully done, already connected to our power pole, so that's good. And you can see with the amount of rain that we got going, nice heavy trucks coming in here. So now we're back over here. It's actually a different day, and you can see I've already got a wind brace in over here. So obviously the first time doing this, so kind of going off of a video that I watched, I still got it wrong. So obviously trying to get, this angle the best I can, which I'm using a chainsaw, right, to cut these angles, kind of eyeballing it. So obviously, can I get that better? Sure, why not? But I'm not too worried about it because I'm using hardware, right? And then, but you can see I have a gap here and not really a gap here, which I wanted this to be more of a press fit. But what I did wrong was, whenever you've cut this and you get your marks here to make the flat spots, right, you have to be able to adjust this up, because you're going to lose the distance of this beam here once you've made that cut, because it's going further away from the face of where you first made your initial length, right? Well, I ended up moving this one too. So I moved this one up and I moved this one up basically in that direction. And then that's the reason why, because in shortening, obviously both sides, it left me a gap. So coming over here, I was like, well, okay, well, I don't want to do that again. So I tried doing this for a second time to see, okay, well, can I make it any better? Learning from my mistakes. So came over here, you can see it's rough sawn because chainsaw, right? Well, this one, very, very minimal gap, and very, very minimal gap. So, I mean, it's still not perfect, right? There's still gaps like that, but that's fine. I'm not too worried about that. This one actually looks a lot better. But still, it's an improvement, right? So I still got to do the two here in the middle. So this one, I'm going to have one here and then one on this side. Okay, so I'll go ahead and get you all set up to see how I did this, learning from my mistakes from that one, moving forward to that one. That way, it's not 100%. So is Chris Harbor, right, is who I was watching. And he had done some other stuff. Obviously, he's done this a lot longer than me, right? There's a video that he had from a few years back because now he's doing like more actual traditional timber framing joints, but he did it like this originally on one of the builds that he did, and just trying to go there because he doesn't show 100% of the process. He kind of shows you a before and after type thing. So I'm still trying to figure it out, right? And obviously, one of the biggest things that he did say is take little cuts and kind of work up to it. So you're not just cutting right on the line, right? Cut away from your lines and then check to see if it fits. If it doesn't fit, you take a little bit more off, then check to see if it fits, right? And doing that, well, I didn't do that over there on the first one. And yeah, it shows. I did that on this one over here though, and it's a lot better. So let me get you all set up and we'll see how I did this. Oh, and by now, you probably have already seen that the house got delivered, because that would have been the next video that had been released before this one, or yeah, right? So we're super excited with that. Actually, as I'm recording this now, they're in the process of moving those and getting it all set up. So I was kind of trying to do both recordings at the same time, in between, right, of them bringing the first half and the second half. So, but I do hear them in the background, and I'm going to try to get this done as they're still bringing in the second portion. So I'm probably not going to show both sides of this. I'll show you one. It's basically the same for all of them, right? So what I did is I took my timber, set it across here, which I'm actually going to go around to the other side, make it easier for me. So, and all of these were pre-cut to 3 foot. You can do basically whatever you want, but that was just what I did. That way I can get 4 pieces out of the same log. So I set these up here, and then I just kind of eyeball where my layout is of my log, making sure that I'm able to cut it. Now that's just to give my angle pretty close to it. Trust your eyeballs, right? Trust your eyeballs. And then from there, I go ahead and I cut this. And then from there, I bring it back and I check it. Just kind of see what does it look like. And right there, it looks pretty good. So for here, this is where I mark it, right? So I mark the log of where it actually sits, give or take, okay? And then the bottom side, I take, because I want the cut to be about the thickness of my thumb. So whatever the thickness of the depth you're going in, go ahead and do that again. And then that's the lines that I'm cutting, okay? And then where it sat up here on the top log, I just cut that right where it was, okay? Now, it would be a lot better if this was all sitting perfectly flat. It's not. So since this is at an angle, I'm trying to guess exactly where the very bottom of this log is. Just trying to get it close, right? I make the curve cuts on either side, and then I make the flat spot with my chisel, And then after that, I go ahead and, well, let me go ahead and get these flat spots and then I'll bring it back. Okay, once I have the flats cut like this, now I take my log, set that in there. Well, I go ahead and I smooth, you can see how I cut just a little bit off that. And then I kind of set that right into that first one. And this one actually doesn't even need to be a cut on the other side because it already fits in there. But with this, because I actually cut that a little deeper than what I needed to, so it changed the length of this. So from here, it's just getting the screws put in there, and then a screw put in here, and that'll be good to go. So let me get the screws put in. And like that, so screws are in, and a lot of times going into this oak, like you have to go in, bring it out, go in, bring it out, go in, bring it out. Yeah, just to be able to get it to sit. And then once I see that it starts, you know, sucking up into the, because this is pine, right? Just like this, it kind of sucks up in there a little bit, then it sits nice. So that's a nice fit. Now this one over here, you know, just a little bit off, but like I said, I went a little too deep on that cut of what I was originally planning. So, but do it again over on this side, and then this wall will be ready to stand up after digging the holes, of course, once again. And yeah, and we're gonna have to shift this because what I talked about in the previous video of where we're gonna place this, that's what we're gonna do. So it needs to actually move that way like 4 feet, and then back that way about 5 feet. So we'll get it laid down on the ground, we'll get it moved around, and then once we get it in place and we actually know where we're going to start digging or where it's going to sit, then we'll go ahead and start digging. So at that point, all we have to do is just stand it up. And just like that, all of the wind braces are in place. So now I'm gonna go ahead and take the come along off of the tripod, and I want to try to move it that direction. So I already have a chain over here. Now I only need to move it to roughly this location. So I think if I move it over, because I would like to have the first post like right in here. So I need to move it that way about 2 feet roughly, and then it needs to come towards me, right? But I think before it's to come my way, so I'm gonna move it over that way and then move the tripod. So right now I'm basically here by myself. Yes, mom is here, but mom actually just went through a surgery, so she's not able to really help out. Stuff to do with her bladder, right? She's doing good, but she's still taking time to rest and relax. And then the little one, right? She's actually supposed to be doing schoolwork, but she's playing Minecraft because Gladys took dad back to the dentist. So we'd actually talked about that. He was having issues with one of his molars, and he got that removed, but he's still in pain even after having it removed. So he's going back there. That way they can take some x-rays and just see what's going on with that, because the surgery that he did to have that tooth removed didn't take his pain away. So obviously there's something still going on there. So he went back, or Gladys took him back. So now it's just me. I'm here by myself trying to get this stuff done, which is okay. I'm fine with that. Most of this project, you know, I've been trying to knock out by myself. And obviously, you know, dad's coming and help me whenever he can, but I'm not going to have him out here helping me doing stuff whenever he's in pain, right? So just taking it one day at a time, go nice and slow, and that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. And actually, the guys that were here for the house, they're taking a lunch break, and then they'll be back to get everything set up on blocks and all that. But you've should have already seen the majority of that video before coming out here. But if you haven't, go check it out. It's a great video. I don't know what you're waiting for. So I know some people are like, well, I just want to watch the timber framing stuff. Well, I don't want to watch any of the other stuff that you got going on. And that's fine too. We're happy that you're here, at least watching this one. So anyway, let's go ahead and get this come along taken off of the tripod, and let's get this thing moved around. Yeah. Was not paying attention to the sawhorses. And yeah, let me show you what happened. Sawhorse fell over. Well, that one fell over, 'cause it's a little more sturdy, and I've had that one around for a while. This one, not so much. I actually broke it. Broke the foot, which is fine, because this was not built traditionally to timber frame the way it should have been. This was more bolted together. As you can see, I have the little screws and stuff holding it all together, and then had these metal brackets that was kind of holding the feet together. At some point in time, I did plan on actually putting these together traditionally. So yeah, if I'm gonna reutilize this thing, I'm gonna have to fix it. But anyway, I got the whole frame over, which I needed it to come off of the sawhorses anyway, but I wasn't trying to do it like that. And so now I guess I don't have to move the tripod, but now it's basically where I wanted it, this way, right, coming over this far. So now I need to move it back that way. So I'm gonna move some chains around, get chains basically hooked right here into the center, and then I'm gonna utilize that tree back there, get it to pull this that way, okay, into place. And then once it's sitting where I need it to go, we'll start digging some holes. Whew, man, that's a little tiring. So right now I basically got the one side, right, that far side over there where I want it, but now it's crooked, so I need to attach over here to this side to pull that in a little bit, just get it straightened out how I want it. And then go ahead and start digging some holes, and that's not going to be fun. So, but right now I'm actually going to take a quick break and then get to digging some holes. I think that looks good there. What do y'all think? Yep, I think that'll be all right. So, should put me pretty well in line with the pond. I don't know, I could always measure it to be accurate if I really want to do, but I think it looks good right there. All right, so here we are back actually another day. I've already started this hole. Actually, this hole's done, and we noticed as we're going down that it started getting a little bit softer, and I think almost hit a water table. So we're gonna go ahead and stop there, and I'm just gonna trim off the log about 3-4 inches, and then that will be good, right? Not too worried about that. And then Dad's actually starting over here, so I am actually about to head inside just for a few minutes. We actually have our very first premiere that I've ever done, or that we've ever done, and that's for the home delivery, part 1. So they're actually still currently over there and putting the house together. That's going to be part 2. We're trying to stay out of their way, that way they can get it done, but I still go over there and I take a little bit of snippets, right, for things for the video, right? That way I have a part 2, and still be able to show some of that progress, a little bit of time lapse here and there, and then yeah, but still trying to show some of that progress of what I can. Okay, so anyway, Dad and I are going to be over here, but hopefully you went to the premiere and that you caught that. If you didn't catch the premiere, that's fine, but would ask that you go check out that video if you have not seen it already. I can even throw that up here in the corner at this point. So yeah, we're excited. We're so excited. It's gonna be a couple weeks, you know, before we can actually move into the house. You know, still got stuff that we need to get done, and then yeah, but it's like right there, we are ready, let me tell you, so ready. But all right, I'm gonna head inside. Dad's gonna get back out here and continue digging on holes, and then once the premiere's done, I'm gonna come back out here and we're gonna get this thing stood up today. Well, premiere's done. Definitely thank everybody that showed up for that. Over for our home delivery, they're still over there putting it together, and Dad's over here killing it. I don't think Dad got the camera turned on for you guys, but second hole's done. Nice. Looks so good, Dan. She had to take that.
That one is 30.
30? Well, that might be a little deep.
Yeah, a little bit.
Because this one only needed to be
28, 29.
Yeah, 28 and a half. That's okay, we can throw some more dirt back in.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about there, 28 and a half, give or take. Oh.
Yeah. Well, they don't have too many rocks. This over there, like on 25.
Yeah.
They don't have no more rocks. There's soft. I think it's consistent.
There's a lot of clay here, yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, it's only like the first foot, 18 inches or so that has rocks in it.
one that I take him with the mesquite.
Uh-huh.
And then they come to leave. The boy that I told you, the boy said, I work in the police. So what? He said, you stole, you robbed my mom. I said, what? Yeah. You want a car? You want... Look, every 3 or 4 they charge you at least $1,000. Take him out.
Easily, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, pues no. The lady. In the past, like at this time, they need the charger and yes, they bring them over home. But they put the charger in another people's place. So when they come and pick them up and say, well, you cannot take away the charger. That is mine. No. The charger gets it out for so long. So you need to pay me. Working. No, but I'm going to tell you never know. They call the police.
All right, so Dad's been moving stuff over, getting that burned, and then we got all of this rope connected, right? So we're anchored to that tree, and then it comes up to snatch block, and then back. Sorry, GoPro died. So anchored there, snatch block here, back to a snatch block at the tree, and then going underneath, and then that's going to the Jeep. So that is how we're gonna pull this up. But before I can get started with that, I need to paint the bottom of these posts, that way they don't rot out in the ground. I would like them to last a little bit, so I have some Henry's sealer and damp proofer. So this is basically what you would roll on to like a basement wall or fence posts or things to that nature. And so I'm gonna go ahead and put that on there, and then we'll let it sit for a little bit just to dry up some, and then go ahead and throw this thing in the ground. So let's get the painting. This is the stuff I want to put on all the cedar fence posts too.
Oh, okay. So I mean that one, you can put it in the wood, in the floor. In the bottom of the house.
Yeah.
Wow.
Got it on me.
Okay.
Oh, kaboom!
What's the bullet?
I don't know what.
Yep.
Something in there. I think we're just about ready to get this thing stood up. So. Come back so we can try to get it. That one stopped it.
Yeah.
Alright, let me move forward.
Yep. I start today, son. Hey, you're gonna be in diet. Okay? No more junk food. Okay?
Yeah, okay.
Wait there. Atorado, Gladys.
Ahí está.
Good.
Alright.
Thank you.
Ándale, sí. Ya le di a mami el suyo y el de Nani lo puse en el resto.
Oh, that's nice, son. Good. Yeah.
So, not sure if you can see that on camera, but it was, so our anchor point over there, that cedar was bending, which I think you could see it. So we're gonna regroup, finish our smoothies that Gladys made, and then we're gonna get it attached. So there's a big oak tree right behind that cedar, and I have about another 15-20 feet worth of rope Plus I can always come in a little closer with the Jeep if needed. And a long enough chain. I'm only using a foot out of that 20-foot chain, so we'll get attached to that tree in the back and then try it again. Okay, well, as heavy as this thing is, I think what we're gonna do is go ahead and jack this up, get it first, not horizontal, because this thing is, how heavy would you say this is, Dad?
Heavy. Heavy.
Probably close to 1,000 pounds.
No, more. 1,001.
I don't know. No. Don't got a scale, but we're gonna go ahead and jack this up and set it on top of the sawhorse.
Massachusetts.
Spam! Everybody loves spam.
Spam.
Oh, I like eating spam. I don't like getting spam calls. A little bit more. Just not trying to stand right here where that leg is bending like that.
Yep.
Bending that way, so I want to stand on this side. If it breaks, it's gonna go that way. It's heavy. I think even if I did have Little Mac available, I don't even think Little Mac will be able to fix this up.
Okay. A little bit more. 1, 2, 3.
That'll be good.
See?
It's still gonna be a lot of weight, but we'll see what happens. Let us go ahead and get situated with our rope, and then we'll be right back. All right, so we're anchored there. Snatch block on the big oak with the chain, and then comes back to the chain that I wish I had another snatch block or whatever that I can kind of come around here. Right now we're just going to be pulling, which this tree is going to come down eventually, so I'm not worried about marring it up with the chain. So let's see if we can't get this thing to go up. That didn't work. Back to the drawing board. Story of my life. GoPro battery's dying. Sun's getting low. Whew, they're almost done with their portion of the house, which those guys, I mean, they've been here since 8 o'clock this morning, and it's getting to be I don't know, 4 something. I don't know what time sunset. Like 5, close to 5 o'clock. And yep, still here. Which I'll get over there to record some more stuff for part 2. But right now, Dad and I have been trying to get this wall stood up, or these timbers stood up, and man, it's giving us an issue. But let me get over here so I can kind of show you what we're thinking, what we're doing, and I think it's gonna work this time. I was like, well, man, I really want to show it, but I need to go get my phone because GoPro is dead. So let's get you flipped around and show you what's going on. So Dad's still been over here burning, cutting up small branches. So you see we got it sitting up kind of on a broken sawhorse, also propped up here. And then I had to make a bigger A-frame. So in trying to pull it how we were, it was more of a lateral pull. So it was just wanting to skid it across the ground. Even though we had, you know, some of the sticks in the hole, well, they were just going right around them. So we went ahead and went and got some more 2x4s, which these are actual true 2x4s. So that's now in all 3 holes. And then I had to build a bigger A-frame. So now instead of having a lateral pull, it's pulling up over the A-frame and down. So now it's causing it to go up, and that's what we wanted to do. And we actually got to this point. The A-frame was down like this, so we went ahead and repositioned our A-frame. And now I'm gonna go ahead and pull it again with the Jeep, continue pulling up, and then as far as we can, and then we'll adjust and move the A-frame, because once the wall is up high enough to where it's gonna start going into the holes, then we should not need to readjust the A-frame anymore. It'll just, the weight of this whole thing will cause it to go down into the holes. So, all right, well, let's keep going. All right, ready, Dad? Try to put it right in the center if you can.
Yeah, but I'm gonna cut this one.
Yeah,
So-
I know. But measure it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have it right underneath the post. Yeah, right from that through it. We're almost at that middle. Yeah, I can't go up there higher. So I'll come down right there. Then we'll have to move the feet of the A-frame. And still do not walk underneath it.
Uh-huh.
That's cool.
Why you don't hit it with a hammer?
But we're not up high enough.
No, because it's going up. It's going up, it's gonna jump. And look,
Because we're almost at a 45 right now.
Yeah, but see, it's almost in the air. That one is fine, the last one.
Okay. That's fine.
Okay.
That's a tall piece of wood.
Okay.
We just need to bring this further this way.
Okay.
Yeah. 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 Perfect. Come back a little bit. Okay, that's fine, huh? Just hold it right there for a little bit.
Okay. Why you hit it with the hammer? So that one come down. That one already, this one, but not that one.
I mean, we're gonna have to reposition the A-frame again.
Uh-huh.
It's not quite there yet, so we need to prop this up.
No. Okay. The,
It's almost there.
that's it. That's it.
Be careful. Very smooth. It's smooth. Let me slack it down. Just if that's able to sit there, just leave it.
Yeah.
I don't want you standing underneath there whenever I slack it down.
See, as I told you, it's in the air. That one is the one is it break. It break the
Yeah, I
hook.
heard it.
So what we do?
The hole's in the wrong spot.
Yeah. Okay. Mira. You can be able to hit it with a hammer, no?
Yeah, probably.
Because it's already loose. It's already in the air. The hammer is over there. Go, yeah. Oh, but we need to take some of those sticks then. Those sticks. Wait, let me take some of this one. Yeah. Ah. Told you.
Yeah, I told you.
Oh, it's gonna be taller.
12 feet.
Yeah, it's gonna fit in a 18-wheeler. We need to level it.
Yeah.
You know, I think we need to put a little bit aside. You don't think in the night they should come out?
It probably won't come out, but
Look, we put this one. This one, we put it right here.
yeah.
This. Because, I don't know, maybe with the humidity.
Oh no, it's not gonna
No?
go nowhere. But
Okay.
no, I still want to have it standing more stripped down.
Yeah.
Try to get those 2x4s out of the hole. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and Dad's gonna run and grab the ratchet strap. I don't know how much of that conversation you're able to hear, but for this chain in the back, we're gonna go ahead and attach it to this tree here with a ratchet strap. And then I'm gonna take this one here, come back that way, kind of same thing. Well, I might pull it with the Jeep just to see, to be able to get, stripping down best we can, go grab a level. And then once it's standing straight up and down, I'm gonna go ahead and start throwing some of this dirt back in here, getting it compacted in. That way I'm not gonna have to worry about, putting boards and all that stuff on there for to hold this up straight up and down, right? I think we'll be able to get a lot of this dirt compacted back in to the hole tonight. Not necessarily filling it all the way up, but at least on the very bottom, bottom 1 foot of it. And just, I think it'll hold it in place. And even if I need to leave the Jeep over here overnight until I can come back in the morning to finish it up, but. All right, so it's actually getting a little dark. The sun's already down. And so the guys, actually one of their trucks got stuck. So we weren't able to finish leveling this. So we went and helped pull them out. And now we're out of time. So I'll see you in the morning here in 3, 2, 1. And just like that, it's a brand new day. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and end it here because this video for one's already getting long. I've already done a majority of the editing except for now. But we do have it in the ground. And what we're gonna do, right, what we've talked about was we have a ratchet strap right on the back, and then I'm gonna bring one of the vehicles over here to the front, so we have another anchor point here in the front, and then do the same thing. So we'll be able to move it back and forth to get it a level of where we like it, where we want it to be. Is it going to be perfect? No. Is it going to be straight up and down on all 3 logs? Probably not. You can't necessarily do that whenever you're working with round logs, because for one, round logs aren't straight. They're not. I mean, it's very hard pressed to find a perfectly straight round log, right? So it's pretty hard pressed. So we're gonna get it, you know, as straight up and down as we like it to be, and then go from there. So we definitely appreciate y'all for following in on this journey thus far of the shop build, getting the first wall put up, the frame, right? This is basically the frame of the shop, and so far it's looking nice. So we will have other stuff, because we will end up getting, you know, like actual dimensional lumber for, you know, doing different things, but the main frame of this building is what you see, and then other stuff once it becomes like a saw, like the sawmill lumber storage area, once it becomes that, like a long way down the line, then a lot of the stuff that we add to this in the front will come off, because I want it to look just like this once it's done, right? Because I'd like to be able to get in there with the tractor and do all that, but then all the stuff on the back and the sides and the roof, that will stay, right? But looking good, looking good. So definitely thank y'all for following in. If you'd like to stick around a little bit longer, check out this video right here. If you'd like to stay even longer, we have the whole year's playlist on this side, and then icons at the top make it easy to subscribe both here and to our side channel. Go check that out. It's greatly appreciated. And then last but not least, always get out there, thank a veteran every chance you get, not only on Veterans Day, and we'll see you on the next one. Later, y'all.